everybody, it's Mandy. Everything's still going okay. I haven't posted in a little while, so I thought I'd make a quick video just to tell y'all that pretty much everything's been the same as it was the last time. I'm a little more subdued though, I don't know why. It's just one of those days, I'm tired. So, as far as how my hair pulling has gone, I still haven't pulled anything other than, the 2 hairs that I told you about last time. So yay for that. I have been fiddling with my hair more today than I have on other days, so that's kind of the reason why I think I needed to make a video and make myself more aware, I guess, of what it is that I'm doing and what it is that I'm thinking of and stuff. And I think it's just work has been, I went from having a bunch of overtime to now I'm running out of work to do type of deal. And I'm kind of getting used to the new job that I have, so it's not stressful anymore. It's kind of getting mundane and boring. I don't know if y'all get like that with your jobs, but I do. If it's repetitive over and over and over and over and over again, and it kind of loses its newness, I get bored. When I get bored, that's whenever I kind of pull to, because my mind will wander to other things that I'm anxious about and things like that. So, but yeah, everything's still going pretty well. My hair is continuing to grow, obviously. I guess that's it. I guess I don't really have much to say, but I just felt like I needed to get on here and say hi to everybody. My hair's still growing. I guess let me show you my hair, since I tend to do that every episode and stuff. I want to make sure it's not sticking up. We went to a ball game earlier, so I just want to make sure. Okay, so still everything's going cool. My bangs, I noticed from the last video that little part thing that I had before is gone, so that made me super happy, because I thought that was going to take forever to go away. Sideburns, of course, I already knew those were still there. I'm going to show back here. This was really the only spot that I could tell was still missing some hair. So it's growing in still. Yeah, it's right in here where it's missing. You see that? But it's growing in. I mean, it's filling in. It's definitely thin hair, but it's getting there. So that's progress in and of itself. And then look at how long this hair is now on my neck. How awesome is that? I never thought that I'd have hair that long again. I just really didn't think I could do it. Especially because, the side areas on my neck. But one thing I have noticed is, as my hair has gotten longer, it's not bugging me as much on the 2 ends, where I would normally pull. It's not bugging me as much now that I've kind of let it go. So that's one thing you might need to think about when it comes to pulling your hair and wanting to. If it's something that it gets to a point where it really starts to bug you, just relax about it and give it a couple more weeks and see if it helps and everything like that. Again, for those people that are having issues with growing their hair, and maybe they shave their head, but now they want their hair to hurry up and grow back, 2 things that I'm doing is the Bosley hair products, the shampoo and conditioner, and also prenatal vitamins, of all things. That's actually helping quite a bit with mine. The Bosley products, they helped, yeah, but I didn't see a dramatic increase in hair growth. I could tell it was thickening up, but it didn't seem to make it grow faster, like the length of it grow faster. But now that I've added prenatal vitamins to the mix, I feel like it's really going really well. And part of that's because whenever, a woman's pregnant or whatever, she's on these vitamins, and also her hormone levels. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. Didn't I sneeze the last time I did a video? I don't know. But her hormone levels fluctuate and stuff, and a combination of those 2 things is what's supposed to help your hair grow. Now, I'm not pregnant. I'm just taking the prenatal vitamins just for the vitamins to help with the hair growth itself. So I don't really have the hormones to go with it to make it like really work and stuff. And but anyway, so I'm continuing to do that, and that's really what I've seen that's helped the most with that. It's getting a little strange because I'm having to fix my hair now. But I've been really good, especially with like the hairspray and stuff in the hair. I've been really good about not, you know, playing with it once it's fixed, which is a new concept for me, and for y'all that normally pull your hair. It's a new concept for you not to mess with your hair once it's together for the day. And everything. Now I don't use nearly as much hairspray as I usually do. And maybe that's why it's helping a little bit. I don't really know. Really, I just feel like I'm starting to kind of beat this thing to where it's not normal for me to have my hands in my hair anymore. It's more normal for me to sit more relaxed. And that's another thing I kind of focused on, is trying to be more relaxed with how, you know, because I'm always this uptight person. I mean, I just sit like this, arms crossed, or, you know, like this, just frustrated and everything, which of course your hand goes up to your head. Well, now I've learned to stop doing that and to kind of relax more, not be so uptight. Which I know a lot of y'all are laughing and saying, yeah, easier said than done. But you can train yourself to do that. Now, for me, it was easier for me to train myself to do those things while I was bald. And I just didn't really realize that I was relaxing about this stuff until now, looking back at it. That while I was bald, I forced myself to be more relaxed, to be more calm, and to stop reaching up in my hair. And that really started hitting home once, you know, as your hair grows in, it feels kind of cool. You just want to feel of it and stuff, and everything. But once it got past that point and it was starting to get long, but it wasn't laying flat, that's when I kind of lost interest in my hair. I know, strange to lose interest with your hair. We definitely don't do that, do we? But I honestly feel like that was the case this time around. Now the other times that I've tried this, it hasn't been that way. I've still been obsessed with it and watching it grow and everything like that. Now, as it started to grow in but not lay flat, my first thing was focusing on it laying flat. And then once it started to lay flat, I was focusing on this ends here that were bugging me. And I was just saying, if your hair grows and keeps growing, you know, eventually your hair is going to be to the nape of your neck where it's supposed to be, which was very strange to me also, because I always thought, like, the bones that you have here on the back of your skull, for some reason I had it in my head that that's where your hair stops growing. I have since learned that's not the case, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I pull, is because I would feel like this hair is growing all the way down on my neck, and it's not supposed to be growing there. You know, kind of like, you know, you get obsessed with body hair and like your mustache and stuff. I mean, I don't really have dark hair, so I don't have to worry about that stuff, but I know a lot of people do, and so they obsess about that stuff, and so for me, my obsession was this neck hair. If hair's growing on my neck, that's not my scalp. Now I've kind of learned that that's not the case, and a lot of that I actually had to observe people. I know it's kind of weird, but my son, he's going on a trip this summer, and we've been having meetings with the parents and the kids as well. And so while I was in there, I just kind of looked around at people's hairstyles, and there were several women that had short hair and everything, and I just kind of looked at it, you know, and was trying to figure out where is their hairline stopping at on their neck. And it seemed to be like halfway down their neck, which seemed weird to me. I'm like, why does your hair stop halfway down your neck? I thought it stopped at the end of your scalp, which to me, the end of your scalp is where those bones are, right there in the back of your neck. And now, like I said, from watching them, I know that's not the truth. So I know this is kind of weird to y'all, but I mean, that's one of the things I had to come to a realization to, and that was really a huge thing. I know it seems weird to y'all probably, but it was, because anytime it would go below that, I would start to pull those hairs. So when I allowed myself the concept that it's okay for your hair to kind of grow on your neck, that your scalp line doesn't necessarily stop right at the end of where those skull bones are. Y'all are probably thinking I'm weird. But, that was a big thing, because then I could allow myself to let that hair grow on my neck. So, I know. So then my next goal now is to let it to get shoulder length. Okay. Now I'm probably going to still get on here and talk to y'all and everything, because especially like days like today when I feel like I'm going off the deep end. I want to prevent that, and I feel like making these videos helps that. So, anyway, because I don't want to let y'all down. You know what I mean? It's not just not wanting to let myself down because I don't want to pull. It's also not letting y'all down because I know y'all are rooting for me as I'm rooting for y'all as well. And so I know that, you know, several of y'all are wishing me well and everything like that. I really want to do this good this time around, because there's been so many times that it's just been heartbreak. However, one thing I've noticed is it's normally before this point that I'm normally messed up. So this is actually a good thing. I haven't gone to an actual hairdresser yet still, because there's some kind of finality in that. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but I feel like I'm locked into a certain hairstyle if I go to a hairstylist. They cut your hair that way, and then every time you go, even though you're wanting to grow your hair out, they're going to trim it, and it's never going to grow, I feel like. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird, and it's just one of those other concepts, kind of like the next thing, that I just got to kind of have to get past. But I want to go for the long hair. So, now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to have like mullet head here in a little bit, you know? So, before it gets to that, I'm going to get it cut, don't worry. But I am going to try to let it grow and everything, and I guess whenever I tell her, if I do go get my hair cut, I'm not going to tell her specific style, and just say, hey, I'm wanting my hair to grow out long. I want something that's not going to make it look weird while it's doing it. I don't know. So, so there we go. But at the same time, with this whole neck thing, I don't want to cut my neck hair. It's not neck hair. It's the back of my head hair. But you know what I mean. Because I feel like if I cut it short again, then I'm just having to backtrack over that whole process again. And having to face all that stuff all over again. And I don't want to have to do that if I can avoid it. Because I feel like getting to this point was huge, and I don't know if I can do it again. So that's the kind of things I'm afraid of now. I'm like, okay, now I've gotten to this point, I don't want to backtrack, because then I'm going to have to go through all this again. Although I know once it starts to get long, I'm going to play with it even more, because it's going to be longer. Obviously I'm keeping my nails still, so that's still working wonderfully for all this. Because it's making me, it's not really making me not want to pull, because I'm still fiddling around with my hair, but it makes me more conscious about the actual pulling of the hair out, because the way that I pull my hair out with my hands and everything, using fake nails, you don't feel it right. It doesn't have the same sensation to me. So that's the reason why I keep the nails on. And like I said in the last video, I'm going to continue that until it doesn't work anymore. But so far it seems like it is, and it's a good excuse to have to get my nails done. Okay, anyway. So I hope that you all are doing well, and I hope that y'all continue to have good days and not bad days. Good days meaning pull-free days instead of days where you pull. And everything. So, I'm going to talk to y'all later, because I'm just rambling at this point and I need to shut up. So, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.